This video chart presentation is Zecotek. It's a Toronto venture exchange listed company trading our ticker ZMS. It's one of our Canadian stocks to watch this week. See, over the last 2 weeks, Zecotek has made a real strong move, broken through a resistance point, and continued to climb. Interesting to note that that break of resistance right through this area around 37 cents came on a definite volume spike. We always talk about the idea that you want to see breaks of resistance on strong volume to lend support to the idea that the move is going to continue, and that's exactly what's happened with Zecotek. You can see the MACD was trending right towards zero, broke through, held above it. The break of zero signaling the trend shift towards bullishness, and by holding above it, that indicates the support of the overall move, which is given hints this is going to try and continue to push, which is exactly what happened. Still in a very nice position, no signs of retrace at this point. Even if it does, not that big of a deal. Just look for the stock to consolidate sideways some, and I just look for that uptrend to be held in the MACD to show that that bullish trend is still strong. I always talk about the slow stow as a gauge of momentum, wanting to see it trend on the upper half of the indicator, and you can see for about 2.5 months, that's where the slow stow has been holding. And while the stock price wasn't really taking off or anything like that, by holding the upper half of that indicator, it's not giving any signs of real weakness in the chart. It's really just a point to remember in other charts as to why we look for that as an overall sign of strength. That also goes for the money flow. It actually goes for any indicator that we talk about, because it's just a far more bullish sign to see those indicators holding the upper half to indicate strength in the candles and strength in the play. You can see the money flow now still holding over top of 80, showing people are paying higher prices for the stock. The RSI also holding over 50, now even breaking through and holding above 70. That's what momentum traders call in the power zone, because there's a lot of bullish momentum behind the play at this point. And again, just like anything else, any pullback, it's not that big of a deal. I just want to see it hold around 50 or above to show that the momentum is being sustained in the play. I want to point out that resistance point right through that general area around 37 cents. You can see in this 3-month chart that's a very strong area. Stock was really channeling between 30 and 37, but then starting to build higher lows as the indicators were climbing upward, giving hints it might be ready to try and blow through that resistance. Now if we take a look at a longer term chart, you'll see some other things as well. Let's look at a 3-year chart of Zecotek. You can see how for the last year it was basically stuck in that box, in that channel I was talking about. Now granted, it went all the way up to 40 cents. You can see that resistance point right through that whole area from 37 to 40. Very tough spot for it, but historically a real strong support around 30 cents. That would have been actually a great place to pick the stock up as a stop loss point, the buy on support mentality. But now that it's broken through that resistance, on any pullbacks, again, I'd fall back to that spot with wanting to see it hold that area. 37 to 40 cents would be a strong area of support. Classic TA resistance becomes support when it's broken. So I'm going to look for that area to hold should the stock pull back. And I want to take a look at this chart because you just can't really see any resistance points over the last year since it's made that move. And what I'd be looking for is not more resistance until up near 60 cents, which is still a pretty nice upside from closing at 53. And then beyond that, I'd look around 65 and then multi-year highs up near 75 cents. But right now, looking at this chart, you can see it's basically a 1-year breakout. Volume has definitely started coming into this play, which is a great thing to see. You can see it was very thinly traded. Shows interest is really brewing in this chart. And now all I look for is any sort of consolidation, just like through here. I want to see volume drying up, and I want to see it come back in if another move is going to happen. Great looking chart though, in my opinion, and one to keep on radar going forward to see how it performs. But as always, it's merely my interpretation of the Zecotek chart. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. I do not base any investment decisions on any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks, registered investment advisor, licensed broker dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.